Hi everybody, this is Gary Demas, Sentiment Timing, and this is our technical video report for Tuesday, November 5th, 2024. So the election day is here. Was a little surprised about the strength that we saw today. I really didn't think anybody was going to be sticking their necks out until tomorrow, but obviously that thought process was wrong. But you can see, and I mentioned this last night, that we had some bullish divergences here. So expecting a move up would have made sense. Like I said, I just wasn't really expecting 70 points. We weren't able to get into any trades today. I originally had it at the if price went above the 57.70, and I was buying I was going to do the 57.80, 57.90s. So it would have, what am I looking up here? I'm down here. But in any case, it would have, I ended up pulling it because we had signal weight and cycle momentum really wasn't really following along, but the signal weight was really, really strong. So I pulled it and I made one quick trade. I didn't even put it up in the room because it was it was high risk, and typically when you see the signal weight that this strong, the high is usually made in the last hour, and so it was just one of those trades working off of those rules that I made $700. It was nothing major, but really it was. Like I said, I was a little surprised by the strength today. As again, I didn't really think people were going to stick their neck outs ahead of the elections, but this is what it is. So here. Let's take a look at some retracement levels. So the 50% retracement, this was one of the areas that I said that you can look to get short. Now, if the bulls continue, you have the 78% at 5,800, but most likely, I'm at the 62, but most likely we would come up to the 78 because remember, we have this gap here at 58.11. So again, don't take this politically. If Trump wins, we can see the S&P up here in the morning, if not higher. I think if Harris wins, I think we could see the S&P down 150 because what you have to understand, and again, this isn't political, but the things that they've thrown out as far as a tax on unrealized gains, raising corporate taxes to the highest they've ever been, that's really not bullish for the stock market. And you're going to have the restrictions that are going to be staying with any of the energy that we did, unless it's electric, because that's the only thing they want. So it's basically be 4 years of what we just went through, and if not worse, because now. The only thing that would save it. Anyway, let's just forget about that. But that's the only reason why I'm thinking the two ways is, if Trump gets in, a lot of the just restrictions that have been put on companies and stuff like that, it's going to be kind of more of an open market for it. So if he wins, then yeah, it's going to be a good bet today, and we're probably going to be heading up here. But the problem is, if he loses, we can be all the way back down here in one shot. So these are the resistance levels. Again, we have some bearish divergences right now on the 15-minute chart. So seeing a little bit of backing and filling would make sense on a normal day. But again, we have, the elections are going to really determine what we're doing tomorrow. So I really wouldn't be paying all that much attention over to where these support and resistance levels are. So like I said, we have a little bit of a bearish divergence on the 15-minute chart. We have bullish divergences on the 60-minute charts. We're pretty overbought right here. RSI is going to be pushing into the overbought as well. So even if they get the gap up, the odds of us coming back and doing some backing and filling would make sense as well. But like I said, this is all for a hearsay. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if we're going to gap up or down tomorrow. So why don't we just wait until tomorrow morning? I'll have a better idea as far as what's going on, and we can take it from there. So with that, have a great night, and I'll talk to you guys in the morning.